Good morning. So we booked 2 loads yesterday, and supposedly because we booked them so late yesterday, they weren't going to be able to send the rate con until this morning. Oh yeah, one needed a COI, and because it was so late, our insurance company was closed. Well, I wake up this morning, and we've already lost a load. One of the 2 partials. And this is the problem with partials, man. Like, if one cancels, you're screwed. Still don't have the rate con for the other one. Like, I think these brokers are just listing these loads and not even having them, dude.
They definitely didn't have that load because, like I said, they had the insurance with the carrier packet. It automatically gets pulled with my carrier packets. So when she was like, we're checking on a few things, that was a red flag.
They said, oh, you got 3 sandwiches?
Yeah, because those sandwiches that I have are like, well, look how small the sandwich is.
Oh, so you 2 sandwiches and me 1 sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Hey, I asked you.
No, it's okay. I'll starve. It's fine.
You said 1.
They sold the piece of machinery out from under them, supposedly.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. She said it was some Egyptians. Some Egyptians that come over here and work like 8 months out of the year. They come over here and they buy and sell equipment, and then they go back home. Then we wonder where all of our jobs are and why rates are so low. Well, as soon as I get the first rate con, I don't want to book another partial and then this one fall out too. I mean, honestly, it's a good thing. I always look for a good paying partial, and then I start stacking on top of that. This one's $2 a mile to go down. The other one was $1.30 a mile to go down.
And she's giving us $1,300.
$1,300. And this one that hopefully we still have is $2,500. I don't know. I called the guy. He's like, I just got into the office. It's like, come on, dude. It's 8:15 now. It's time to go to work. Well, I'll keep you guys updated on what we find. Alright, there's partial number 1. This is those clay roof tile things. Kind of nervous about that, because just am. So they want us to use V-boards on this, so we have to break out our V-boards, which is kind of a pain in the butt, honestly, but it is what it is. And then we've picked up another load. Picks up down in Missouri south of here,
It's going to be 20-foot sticks of steel that are going to be 20 feet wide, like 2,000 pounds. So I'm hoping we can stick them on either side of this and then find something else to put back here as well. And that other one pays like $1.07 a mile. This one is $2,500, so this is $2 a mile, plus that $1 something a mile will be $3. Hopefully I can throw something else on there and get down into Florida for like $4 a mile. That would be nice. Anyways, let me get to work. I'm gonna have to find somewhere. Oh, this has to be tarped too. It has to be tarped. Look, it's already wet. Roofing tiles that need to be tarped. Pretty wild. All right, let's get to work. All right, these are actually rubber roofing tiles. I was worried, I thought we might crack some, but I got up there and was walking around and they're rubber. Oh man, that makes me feel so much better. But you know how I always say, like when we load those rolls of roofing tar paper, and they never know what it weighs, and I'm always overweight, and I'm always like, you know what, a giant facility like what we load at should know exactly what each pallet weighs, especially since the tar and the fiberglass can change so much. I mean, look, these guys have it right. Like every single pallet has been weighed, and they know exactly what each pallet weighs. 343, 535. Well, maybe Robert, maybe that's just what they think the difference or that kind of stack is. No, because these three are stacked up the exact same height, exact same thing. That one's 1733 and that one's 1730. So there's a 3-pound difference between the two, which tells me they actually physically weighed these things. And that's fantastic. Kind of a nightmare to I hate these wooden V-boards. I think I need to get some of the bigger plastic ones. So basically you either have to run these wooden V-boards or those real wide plastic corner protectors on loads that require it. These aren't wide enough. I'm out of wood things. Only wood ones that we have left are the really long ones, so it's gonna have to do. Still have to throw a tarp across this one. I just wanted to show you guys the different weights on that before we completely tarp it. I mean, so that's fantastic. I mean, this is only supposed to be 18,000 pounds, and we still have 26 feet of deck left. The next pickup is a couple of pieces of steel that's 20 feet long and 2 feet wide. So I don't know. Hopefully we can find something else to throw along this thing. Were you sleeping? All right, there she is. It is not the prettiest, but you cannot polish a turd. I'm so glad they're not clay. Oh my goodness. All right, so I think we have 300 miles to the next one. I don't know who's calling me. 300 miles to the next one. So they stopped loading at 3:30, so we're gonna boogie on down the road and try to get loaded today. But if not, it won't be a big deal because I also want to find something else to put on the trailer too. So, all right, let's get out of here. It's like 1,000,000 degrees out here. All right, so we're 4 hours from this next pickup, which would put us there at 4:30, and they stopped loading at 3:30. So we'll have to pick that one up first thing in the morning. And I've never done one of these loads before. This is called a blind shipment. Basically, when I show up, I can't tell them who I'm picking up for or where it's going. I can't tell them where it's picking up or where it's going. And when I get there, I can't tell them where it came from. Is that right? Yeah, that's weird, huh? He didn't tarp his.
Yeah. Too bad our Raycon says tarp.
Maybe if it's under a certain mileage, you don't have to tarp. Maybe it's like a, you know, we've done those before. I am pushing on the brake. What do you want from me, truck?
All right, well, what I'm gonna do is we need to start looking for another partial that we can fit alongside that one. Maybe along the way. Can't pick that one up today, but maybe we can pick another one up today. All right, we'll see you on the road. Well, welcome to St. Peter's. Is this spot over here empty? Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't try to get that one. We're at a Circle K. Is this no, this is a Quick Trip with a Q. Quick Trip with a Q. And you can see a lot of locals just have abandoned vehicles here. We got lucky. We got that spot right there. We stick out like a sore thumb. But, I mean, I'm all the way back to the curb. But because my axles are all the way back, it's bumped up against that curb all the way. Ugh. We actually had a TA punched in, and Lita's phone didn't tell her to turn. So we ended up blowing by that. And luckily we found this. This puts us closer, but we wanted to go to the TA to get a shower. Oh well. Well, we didn't look for any more loads because I wanted to make sure. There's a day cab on the board right now, and if I can take this metal and kind of lay it flat to where we can drive the day cab over and the metal go underneath the middle of the truck, I think I'm gonna try that because it pays pretty good and it picks up along the way. I don't know. I think we're gonna be able to find another partial. I really hope so. Fridays are really good. I mean, it worked out perfectly, honestly. Like, if you can start stacking partials on like a Wednesday, I think you're good for a long trip. I don't think you can really start doing partials on like a Monday because they don't want to pay. Basically, further in the week, they start paying more and more. And if you know a good spot that you're trying to go to or whatever, then you could start building partials toward that. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm terrible at partials. I think I get lucky most of the time. What do you think, woman?
I don't know.
I don't know. We're making it work. People said we would have failed by now, and that was 100 years ago. We'll probably still fail, but we're gonna go out swinging. Old flatbed over here in the weeds. Is there any food around here? Golly, it's so hot, guys. It is so hot. Let me see how hot it is. It's 92 in Petersburg right now, or St. Peter's. 92 freaking degrees. Well, let's walk these dogs. I think you used to be a cow, Mackie. We are, so the mall's right here. So we are looking to see what our food options are. I think that Cooper's Hawk Winery and Restaurant's probably out of our budget right now. And I don't think we're really dressed for a restaurant like that. All right, what time is it, woman? 7:15?
7:24.
7:24. We're gonna walk over and get some barbecue. Ooh, it's bright out here. It's cooled off maybe 1 or 2 degrees, huh?
Yeah.
There's people parked everywhere. Look at these, 3 wide right here. Hopefully we can make this turn or they're gone by the morning. So Lita jumped on. There's actually a mall right across over here. I think, is the barbecue place, is it in the mall parking lot or is that not part of the mall?
In this mall.
That's a Burger King. It looks like there's a lot of trucks here that probably don't even get used anymore. I mean, there's some junk here. I don't know, that one's probably still used, I would imagine. I don't think people would park like out in the middle of nowhere. But there's definitely, I mean, we did it with the Mac when we left it up there, but we went and got it back. Yeah, this place is busy. Is Missouri known for barbecue? What's Missouri known for? The open sign's on. I think. No, that's not the open sign. Monday and Tuesday closed. Wednesday through Saturday open till 8. Oh, it smells good. We both got the ribs. How is that?
I got my mouth full. Kidding me?
Blind. All right. So they close super early, but which meant that they only really had a couple of things left, and their main thing left that they suggested was the ribs. And they weren't like fall off the bone ribs, but they were pretty good ribs. He said they don't come with sauce on them, but try them without the sauce. And I tried them without the sauce. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. And then I tried some with sauce, and I'm like, yeah, they don't need sauce.
I didn't put any sauce on.
You didn't put any sauce? Man.
I mean, sometimes I like to try the barbecue sauce, but like I felt bad. We were kind of at the very end, but like
they close at 8, and it's 8 o'clock now. You could see the look in their eyes.
Yeah.
When we walked in and they were wiping things down, they were like, crap.
Yeah.
But we walked in at 7:30. I don't know. Closing at 8, it's kind of early, but I can see why they closed at 8 because that place was dead. There was nobody in there.
Yeah. I mean, I think just barbecue places can feel like that sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. All the barbecue places down south is usually bumping.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. It's 8 o'clock now. So, I think I've almost got another video done.
Oh, yeah?
I'm working on the video where I'm cleaning the battery terminals and stuff in the truck, which ended up not really doing anything. I mean, it's good, like good peace of mind to have that done, but when I get the truck home, I'm gonna look for the plug that somebody said there's a plug down by the transmission, because it's still doing it. Like it did it to us again today.
Yeah. It does it after we've been on like really bumpy roads for
I don't know, it did it this time when we were pulling, like we pulled off an exit, getting ready to go to a truck stop. Was it a truck stop or when we were, I don't know, we pulled off an exit and we're getting ready to turn left, and as soon as I started accelerating and pulling out, it kicked on. So it's so hot. All right, good morning. We just arrived to the second partial. We're second in line. I don't know how tall this thing is gonna be. Like I told you guys, I want to try to get like this day cab on there because it pays, I think it pays like $2 a mile to do this day cab. And Lita's like, it doesn't have the fairing on it, does it? I was like, I don't know yet. I haven't called on it yet. I want to see what this looks like first. I want to make sure that I can get something like that on the trailer. I mean, today's Friday, so technically, if I really wanted to, we could sit here all day long looking for another partial and still be able to make it down there by Monday. I mean, in a real world, it would be nice to like, I think the day cab picks up in Memphis, and we're
We're like just outside St. Louis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we east? No, we're north. Are we north? Come on, turn. Okay, so yeah, we're north of St. Louis right now. So there's a couple of different ways we can go. We could go down the Memphis way if we pick up a load on Memphis. And I think there's a slightly faster way if we go like 64, I think was the other option. It's either 55 and over or 64 and over. I don't know, I can't remember. But we're in a really good spot to hopefully find something else. Hopefully. Knock on wood. I mean, if this works out, this will be great. Like I said, partials are hard to do. You can't always do this, man. I mean, maybe you can if you're okay. I don't know. Just the thought of like sitting around all week long just to load your trailer up and start driving. That's another thing, man. A lot of these partials are like you pick it up today and you drop it tomorrow. It's like, well, that's pretty much expedited. That's not a partial. Speaking of things that make me mad, so when you go to a restaurant like we went to last night and you pay before you get your food, and they all have those stupid little white computers now, and they spin that thing around and it's like, oh, would you like to add a tip? It's like, how much do I have to give them for them not to spit in my food? Because, you know, if you put no tip, a tip, I don't agree with tips, man. Especially the way a lot of these places do it. Like, you get a tip after the service. You don't get a tip before the service. I don't want to tip you before I actually taste the food or get... And there wasn't even any service. It was like you walk up to the counter. It's almost like a McDonald's where you walk up to the counter and you order food. And then you get your own drink and everything else. What are you asking a tip for? That's crazy. I'm going to start carrying a tip jar around in this truck. And after we make a delivery, I'm just going to walk out there and hold the tip jar. How hilarious would that be? The guy in front of us, or technically behind us now, he's got a 40-foot container on there. So I don't know if they're unloading that container or if he's getting a small partial that's going on his top deck, or if they're putting stuff in the container. I don't know. This is one of those secret, like, this is that secret load where, like, I'm not supposed to tell these people where I'm going, and when I get to where we're going, I'm not supposed to tell them where it came from. So I'm not even going to film this, just in case. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's they don't want the receiver knowing where they can get this metal from.
You want some donuts?
To, like, cut out the middleman. It's weird, man. This is a weird load. Like, I walked up and there's like a code I had to give him. Like, it's like 85888 or something like that. He's like, where are you going? I was like, I don't know. They didn't tell me. I'm just supposed to tell you 85888. Oh, okay. Well, that's a small load. Okay. It is weird, though. It is weird. Are we spies? To the government? Do you want some of these?
No.
Okay. Just gonna eat the chocolate ones, huh? Just gonna hog the chocolate ones all to yourself.
Did you want a chocolate one?
No, unless you want powdered, I'm okay with powdered.
I mean, there's a whole box of donuts in there.
Yeah. This is a tarp load too. We have to tarp this.
Yeah, I know.
So if it's small, we'll just roll a tarp out across it and throw some straps over it. Look at this dumpster. No, I can't show you guys that. I can't show you guys because it might show where we're at. I don't want to get in trouble. Anyways, let me get off here. All right, we're loaded up. All it is 20-foot sticks of like 1-inch by 1-inch tubes. They're not hollow, they're solid. They stick up about this much on the trailer. All I did was like unrolled a tarp on it and then strapped over the tarp. So, and then we got that day cab. So we gotta drive 4 hours down to Memphis, which we would have had to anyways. Pick up the day cab, head to Florida. So we'll have 3 drops Monday morning. Man, this, I wish partials worked like this all the time. Honestly, I just got super lucky with these, I think. Super lucky. Alright, well, unless something changes, we'll see you in Memphis.
Turn right on Beach Avenue.
Alright, we made it to, close your door, woman, so I can lock it. Made it to Memphis. We are at the Ryder place. I've already gone back there and looked at the truck, and the batteries are dead, so I gotta grab my jumper cables. They thought I could just pull in there, but they have an entrance here, but you can't use their exit gate because they have these concrete things in the way. Like, I can't just turn around in there. We gotta grab the jumper cables. Oh, let me show you guys our second partial, because I never showed you guys. It's just some metal here. I mean, my tarp sticks up more than the metal does. So we'll just drop the ramps out, and we'll drive the truck right over top of this. Ah, you broke it. I don't remember where they are. Surprised that didn't work. charged up enough now, but I mean, it's reading 12.6 volts. Why isn't it starting? It's reading 12.6 volts. Look at this. They got the shit all tore apart, man. It won't start. It's getting voltage. There's something over here clicking every time you turn the key. Like, a 2019. Can you believe this is a 2019? All right, 3 different mechanics out here looking at it. Nobody can get it started. I guess they're gonna call an international guy. They said the international guy will be able to get this thing started. I have no idea, man. Like, there's a clicking noise coming from this relay box every time you try to start it. And look, they just got shit like unplugged, and I don't know if any of that's important. All of this was tore apart when we got here. I don't know. We drove 4 hours to get this truck, so if we don't get this truck, I'm going to be highly disappointed. Highly disappointed. It is going to be devastating. It's so freaking hot out here. Memphis is a shithole too. I'm sorry if you live here, but oh my god, this place is trash. Alright, while we wait on the mechanic, we were talking to the woman in the office there. Told her that we were going to go sit in the truck. She's like, you can sit in here if you want. I'm like, we got dogs. She said, you have to bring the dogs in here. So they want to see the dogs. Well, they got it running. It's a little after 5 now. Something electrical went bad. They had to go get something from another truck. So hopefully that's not an ongoing thing there. This thing, let's see how many miles this turd has on it. It only has 578,000 on it. Oh my goodness, I was so worried. We drove all the way down here for nothing. Ooh. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad they got this thing running. I was bragging about how good we did with all of our partials, and I'm like, that's what did it, man. Was me talking about how good we did with these partials. And then it was gonna come back to bite me in the butt. We didn't throw our ramps out or anything, because I didn't want to throw the ramps out if they weren't gonna get this thing going. I don't know what they paid for this. He doesn't know what they paid for it either, because he didn't do the sale. It kind of screws us on getting out of here at a decent time, but to be honest with you, I was okay. I even asked them if they were going to be open tomorrow, if maybe these people had to hire a wrecker to come out and load this thing on my trailer. I mean, they got a lot of trucks. They say less than 5% of these trucks you can just come out here and start it up. I'm like, that's crazy, man. Alright, well, let me get this thing out on the road. We got to get some ramps thrown, and then we got to stick this thing on the trailer. 3 partials. I was able to grab 3 partials to Florida. So this is going to Apopka, Florida. I think that's how you say it. Apopka, Florida. And then we have a let's see, that stuff that's tarp is going to Lakeland, Florida. And then that metal is going to Tampa, Florida. So we'll drop this off first, and then we'll go to Lakeland, Florida, and then we'll drop that steel in Tampa, Florida, and then we'll go pick up Lita's car. This, I don't know if I've talked prices or not, but this is paying $1,500. So this is $2 a mile. The stuff that's tarped is $2 a mile, and then the that metal is like $1.15 a mile. Now that's from where they were picked up at. Maybe I'll sit down and kind of figure out what it all works out to be. Man, this thing is holy smokes. This is why I didn't want a Freightliner, man. These things are just junk. I don't know it'll work out with all miles, because we were at the Iowa 80, and then we had to deadhead to go pick up that roofing tile, and then we drove another 3 hours to pick up the steel, and then this was another 4 hours to come here. Look at this thing turning really sharp. Single axle, baby. Single axle. I can't believe it just did that. I thought I'd have to do a quick 3-point turn. Put my hazards on. Oh, hazards don't work. There's Lita with the doggies. We'll throw the doggies in the truck. There's a fire hydrant here. Hopefully I don't get a ticket real fast. Oh man, this thing is just... Oh, don't die. Don't die. Whew. Alright, let's get this thing loaded. Alright, this couldn't have worked out any better. This is absolutely perfect. So, like I said, this is going to Lakeland, Florida, Apopka, Florida, Tampa, Florida. Apopka is before Lakeland. Lakeland is going to be before Tampa. I mean, I guess I could have made it work. Let's say the metal was going to Apopka and then this was going to Tampa. I could have probably made it work somehow, but man, it worked out perfect. We just dropped the straps. We loosened our straps up because I didn't want to drive the truck over the straps that were tight, and then pulled that thing on there. We got to strap down the fairing, and then we're good to go. We've got 5 hours on the clock right now. I don't know how far we'll make it. I really wanted to just get a shower and then continue driving. I don't know what's going on. So, look how dirty I am too. Fantastic. I'm so glad they got this thing running. All right, let me get this fairing strapped down and we'll hit the road. All right, that's done. And I don't know if I've ever talked about this before, but when you're chaining down something that's air ride, don't ever go to the frame, because when the airbags let down, the frame sinks and then your chains become loose. Unless you want to dump the air or let all the air out of the airbags, it's kind of a pain in the butt. It's just easier to go around the axles because the axles will never sink unless you get a flat tire. I mean, you'd have to have 2 flat tires, and I don't know about you, but I would rather lose a couple inches in the tire, unlike your mom, than I would probably 10 inches in the frame. Your chains would definitely be loose. All right, that's it. Yeah, so I just go around the axles, usually on this side of the leaf spring, to try to keep it away from the tire as much as possible, and then we roll with that. All right, I'm disgusting. I'm sweaty. It is 95 degrees outside. I am ready to put in some miles. Let's go home, or let's go to Tampa and then go home. We talked about maybe going home for like Sunday. We don't know when we'll be coming through Valdosta, but I mean, if this debacle wouldn't have happened with this truck, we'd have definitely made it. But now it's like, I don't know if it'll be worth stopping by the house for whatever time we'll have. So, look at that, just fits under there. I was prepared to untarp this and stack these down if I had to. Just to put some more money on the truck. All right. What's this woman doing? Yeah, we broke a bungee. It'll be all right though. Let's get out of here. Look at this tanker holding everybody up, bro. If you can't pass the tanker, get over. Look at him, he's just sticking next to that van, dude. Alright, so we have stopped for the night. We didn't drive that far, I don't think. We're in Mississippi somewhere. Let me see where we're at. It's a fairly new truck stop. I'll show you guys in the morning. It's called Sherman's Travel Center in Belden, Mississippi, off of the 22. $15 showers. Not crazy about that. I mean, I tried to go to like a mom and pop, like a no-name brand truck stop, so I wouldn't have to spend $15. But super clean place for now until the flip-flops mess it up. But they got some food in there that looked really good. So I ordered, Lita ordered me the 3 tacos. It's 3 tacos. If you choose beef, it's $6.99. If you choose chicken, it's $7.99. If you choose steak, it's $8.99. Dude, I hope this guy ain't parking next to us. There's so many empty spots here. I mean, there's all kinds of empty spots over that way. I left a gap between me and this guy, and then the guy on the other side. You can't see out that window because Mackie's been licking it. Anyways, I got the $8.99 steak tacos, and the dude hooked them up. There's so much steak in these tacos. Like, at first, he said, "What meat do you want?" And I was like, "What's good?" He's like, "I like to get a taco of each." He's like, "But tonight, I'm gonna make me some chicken tacos." So I'm like, "Okay, cool, I'll go with the chicken." And then he started taking like the lids off and showing me the meat, and I'm like, I was expecting like steak. Normally when you get like steak tacos, it's like meat that's ground up and you can't tell if it's like dog or cat or whatever. This was like chunks of steak. And then Lita, what'd you get? You got the
Taco salad.
Taco salad. Lita's taco salad was $7.99, and she got chicken on this. And it's kind of like a Subway where you like just tell them what you want on it. So like Lita told him that I wanted onions and like tomatoes and then cheese. What else did you get? Lettuce, and then what, some salsa on top of it? This, she got all kinds of stuff on there. But that was $7.99. Mine was $8.99. I think I might have gotten a better deal after seeing how much meat he piled on it. Shower was decent. It's one of those little bitty ones that doesn't use a shower curtain, so all the water goes in. I would rather there not be a shower curtain, because when you're taking a shower, especially when there's 2 of us in there, but even if you're like a bigger guy, like you get close to that shower curtain and then it like sticks to you and you're like, ugh. That didn't have a shower curtain at all. Water goes everywhere. I don't care. I mean, they've got drains. I'm sure they go in there with a squeegee or however they do to
Probably just mop it down
to clean it up. But we thought we'd be able to go home this weekend, and after like figuring out when we would get there and like, oh, we're gonna have to go drop the trailer and bobtail home, I was like, you know what, it's not really worth it. Let's just slowly make our way down there. So that's the plan. We're gonna sleep in tomorrow. We'll mosey along. If we find something cool, we'll stop and do it, because today's Friday. We can't drop until Monday. Anyways, this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I would eat these tacos, but they're going to be a mess.
You're gonna need some napkins.
They're gonna be a little messy.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be really messy.
All right, thanks for watching. We appreciate you guys, for real. We really do.